Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 22 of Direwolf20's Dyson Sphere program Let's Play, where today I've completed research for vein reserves, so we can now see all veins in a 6 light-year radius around us. We can see what resources are available in adjacent star systems. I'm very excited for that. And in addition to that, we are currently researching Drive Engine Level 4, which unlocks the ability to warp. So we should be able to engage warp as pretty much as soon as that research is done. Now let's go check out who's holding up the caravan over here. I'm assuming it's my buddy Yellow. It is 100% my buddy Yellow. He is desperately low on on research cubes, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to sweat the small stuff too badly. Let's do this. Let's queue up for ourselves. Two things. First off, I'm going to grab some of my space warpers. How many space warpers did we wind up having here? I'm going to get 200-ish. I'm going to put those 6 back. Having a couple space warpers is not a bad idea. And I think you put your space warpers in your mecha right where you put your fuel, effectively. So, two things. One, let's get some fuel. Okay. I'm going to insert you here. We're going to do this, and then we're going to insert our warpers here. You get to hold 20 at a time in your thing. So you know what? 200 seems like too many. I'm going to do less than that. Let's have 100 stored, and then I'm going to set you back to 1,000. That should be cool. And that looks good to me, right? So we'll have an extra 100 in our inventory here. We're ready to engage warp. So basically, have space warpers, go into space, and then I'll show you guys how to engage warp in a moment. We just need to wait for the research to complete. While we're waiting, though, what we should be able to do is open up our star system view, and we should be able to now see any stars that are within a 6 light-year radius from us. We should be able to see any veins in them. So this white dwarf over here, 11 light-years away, no such luck. Ashier, though, here is a distance of 5 light-years. We can see what resources are available. Ooh, so organic crystals are nearby. Remember when I was telling you I would like to find organic crystals nearby? I think we found organic crystals now. Not only that, but we also found spiniform stalagmite crystals. That is cool beans. And sulfuric acid as an ocean? Wow, that is a cool star right there, folks. That is a hyper cool star. I'm gonna pin that. Always show label. I don't know if we need the indicator. That is neat. So this star system looks like it's got a sulfuric acid ocean here on Ashier 1. Ashier 2 has nothing particularly exciting. This is a gas giant. And, okay. So where's my... It says that there's some rares here. And you'll notice the rare resources are highlighted in yellow. So that's very convenient. You can easily see what rare resources are available. We might not be able to see until we get... Oh, look at this. Tidal locking, perpetual day and night. Planet 1 is tidally locked. That bodes well for solar power. That's kind of neat. Okay, so we won't be able to see which planet has which resources until we fly out there, but at least we can check out the star system and see what it's got. Let's see what other star systems might be nearby. So this guy's got some more organic crystals. That's cool. He's only 6 light-years away. He might be... He's 5 light-years. So he's got kimberlite ore. I don't remember that one being exciting. Ooh, optic grading crystals? Those are nice. I'm gonna pin you as a nearby. Optic grading crystals are good, if I remember correctly. This guy is 7 light-years away, so we need Universe Exploration 4 to see what he might have. Fractal silicon. He might be neat. Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff nearby. I feel like fractal silicon is good. Wow, look at this dude. 4 light-years away. He's got kimberlite, fractal silicon, organic crystal, and... Wow, that's cool. He doesn't have sulfur, though, but I'm definitely pinning you, and I'm going to unpin you. This dude looks awesome. Minalava. Minalava. Okay. 8 light years away. Can't really see what's up. We should definitely check him out. Kimberlite, fractal silicon, organic crystal, spiniform stalagmite. That's pretty cool. Now this one's still going to be good. Not him. Where's my... It's this one. Yeah. No, it's not this one. That's a crap. Where's my dude with sulfuric? Yeah, so he's got organic crystals and sulfuric acid. Where's the one that I liked a minute ago? Did I lose him already? Nothing exciting there. Where's my sulfuric acid one? Was this it? Organic crystals and sulfuric acid? Let's always show label on him. No, this is not the one. Cornu? Where's the one that I liked a second ago? This one had a bunch. Minaluva. That was cool. Now I have to like go back and watch the video again to see what did I lose? I lost one. I found it. I found it. I think it was hiding underneath me. There's Ashir. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. Yes. Because I was focused on Ashir, that's why. When I was clicking on it, I was just seeing the planet. Yes. Okay. I should focus back on my system before I look at that. All right. So Ashir here now tells me, yes, spiniform stalagmite and organic crystals and sulfuric acid. But where was that cool one that I really liked? Minaluava. Yes. So this has organic crystal, spiniform stalagmite, also fractal silicon, also kimberlite ore, no sulfuric acid. It's all ocean water. But also it has deuterium detected, which is cool. So some gas giants have deuterium on them. So I'm going to keep those two pinned, because I really like those two. This one more for the sulfuric acid, but also organic crystal, spiniform stalagmite, but this one also has organic crystal, spiniform stalagmite. Let's see what this star system looks like. So he's got this dude. He's got a pretty similar design to the other stuff, but this guy has collectible deuterium, as we can see. Very small amount of collectible deuterium, mind you, but it still exists. And we won't be able to see the actual which planet has which rare resources until we go visit the star. So that's neat. So those are the two systems we're going to want to go check out. Let's look real quick at what components can be made with rare resources. I think if we were to do you, right? No, that's not what I want. But let's see. Is there a way to see those resources and what they can make? I feel like there is. Like if I did... let's do something like this. Rare or kimberlite. So that makes diamonds. So kimberlite's not exciting, because all you get for it is diamonds, I think. This stuff is kind of cool, the fractal silicon, because you can smelt it directly into crystal silicon, and it becomes 1-2 rather than 1-1. So they're nice, but if you've already got silicon coming in, you just have to process it. It's not that big a deal. So these two are like less useful rares.
You have reached the ability to warp.
We have a guy.
When you're out of the planetary gravitational range, you can use the caps lock key to turn on the warp. Each time you turn it on, it will consume a great amount of energy and an additional space warper. If you want to travel freely between the stars, you need to prepare sufficient energy and space warpers.
I agree. I agree. These are facts. Alright, so as you can see, quite a handful of rare resources. So this one's nice though. Optical grading crystals, those are cool. They're rare, and they make photon combiners a lot easier. A little easier, I guess. So they're not amazing, because ultimately they just need prisms instead. But there's definitely some resources that are really nice, like organic crystals. You see how annoying organic crystals have been for me to make? Being able to just harvest them and fly them in directly with a miner, way better than this production line, right? Like plastic and refined oil and all that. Huge hassle, way better, right? So some resources are much better. These guys, for example, we just harvest them and immediately process them into carbon nanotubes, rather than getting titanium and graphene going, right? So this is another one, like, far improved resource right here. So a few resources are super, super good and useful. A few rare resources are like, oh, that's kind of nice to have, but not amazing. So I remember there being one that was like super good. I think it's this guy. Yeah, these guys, optic grading crystals. That's why optic grading crystals are really nice for making Casimir crystals. I remember these guys being better. So yes, you can use them to make this, but they're even better for making this dude. Look at the difference in the recipe. We don't need those titanium things anymore to make Casimir crystals, which is a huge savings on resources. So 100% we want to get Casimir crystals if we can. Those are really, really, really nice. And I think... so there's like 2 or 3 that we're going to want to get. The other one that's going to be super useful is unipolar magnets. Those things are very rare. I want to say you can only find these around black holes and neutron stars. I'm pretty sure that's an accurate statement. So anyway, we can go warping now. Should we go check out one of the new nearby star systems? All right, so quick check on things before we go warping around. I'm going to go do a scouting mission. I'm going to go check out what's out there. Then I'm going to come back to my main planet, and we're going to prepare some resources to bring to whatever planet or planets I decide to visit, and we will take it from there. Deal? Deal. All right, so let's do the thing. First off, make sure you've got a sufficient amount of fuel and space warpers. I'm pretty good on this, but trust me, if you fly out to a remote solar system and you forget to bring fuel, you're going to have a bad time. So don't do that. Bad time all around. Make sure to have enough fuel and enough space warpers to get back. Okay? Always make sure you have a sufficient number. And that's about all we're going to need. So I'm going to launch into space. Now remember, I did do some increasing in terms of power, right? So we did our technology upgrades. We got ourselves up to a Mecha Core V4, which holds a lot of energy, and we also did the energy circuit. And you guys might have been saying at the time, Dyer, you have like such a stupid amount of power now. You're never running low. Why are you wasting your research points on doing that? Well, friends, we're about to find out why. So Ashir was the one that has sulfuric acid. That's cool beans. And where was the other one? Minaluava is the one that had a lot of rares. Minaluava. Now, by pinning them, their name should always be shown in the view of this galaxy map thingy. So... there's Minaluava. So see how there's lots of star systems? And when you aim at one, you can kind of see it. You can see what it is, right? And we might be able to click on it from here? No. I feel like there was a way to free your mouse cursor, but I might be crazy. Wasn't there a way to free your mouse cursor when you're flying in space? I might be wrong. But anyway, by virtue of the fact that we pinned Minaluava here, right? And what's cool is if you go into the galaxy view when you're looking in a direction, you can kind of see which stars are which. How great is that? That is actually really nice. How perfectly that lines up. Wow, that's neat. I never realized that was so good. That might be an addition since the last time I played. But anyway, we want to go to Minaluava, right? So we're going to activate warp in 3, 2, 1. So you can see on the bottom right the current speed that we're moving, right? And the bottom left. So sail speed is 12 AU per second. Minaluava is not too far away. We still have some upgrades we can do, so we'll speed up our flight here. We're definitely heading for Minaluava. Now, here's the deal, is you can see the distance away. You're going to kind of slow down as you approach the star, which is a nice, convenient thing. So you can see our sail speed slowing down on the bottom left. So as we approach this system, we are going to slow down a little bit and make it easier to drop out of warp by hitting the caps lock key. Boom. And now we are at Minaluava. Now, can I look at the solar system map now and figure out which resources are on which planets? Maybe? Yes. Yes. Cool. So, number 1 has Kimberlite, Organic Crystal, and Spiniform Stalagmite. Remember, kimberlite is only going to be used to make diamonds. I'm not all that interested. But organic crystal and spiniform stalagmites are very nice. Okay, and what do we got up here? Fractal silicon. Not a bad one. I don't remember. I think fractal silicon's kind of a nice to have. Now, they are rare resources, so there's not going to be a ton of them sometimes. So this one only has like a few 100,000, almost a million fractal silicon. He also has fire ice veins. So this is cool. Fire ice you can get from gas giants, but you can also mine it with a miner on planets. But I'm thinking Minaluava 1 is the planet we're going to want to go to. And we're going to want to harvest the organic crystals and the spinform stalagmite crystals. And that will make our lives a lot easier. Cool? So now that we've identified that, we know it's Minaluava 1 that we want to go to. He's got a... Where's our wind and solar? Wind is pretty good. Solar's actually kind of meh. For a planet as close to the sun, but it's probably a weak star. M-type star. Luminosity is kind of low, so that's probably why your solar is not so great. Okay, so that's cool. So Minaluava 1's where we're going to want to go. Now, he's also got some coal on him. Lots of coal. So I'm thinking what I do is I bring some coal miners. We basically use a coal power system to generate power and harvest the resources, the organic crystals and the spiniform stalagmites, and then make them available via a interstellar logistics dude. Cool? All right, so with that said, let's head back to A-Crab, our home system. We're going to make sure to collect all the resources that we need to make that happen. Now, look how fast my energy is draining down there. Warping from one system to another takes a lot of power. And we're not going very far. Okay? We are not going very far. We're traveling 4 light years away, and it's basically costing us at least half, if not a little bit more than half, of our available power reserves. Okay? So, long story short, we're going to absolutely want to amp up our mecha's storage capabilities in terms of power and production of power. Otherwise, you know, not a good time. Whoosh. Alright, so let's head for A-Crab 1. If you want... Oh yeah, we don't have enough energy to turn on warp. If you want, you can warp from one location to the next within your same solar system. So once we get, like, stupid levels of power, it's not a problem for us to, you know, warp from, like, Planet 4 to Planet 1 if we wanted to. Man, look at that. Super cool. Super cool. Alright, so I'm excited to set up this interstellar logistics thing. Let me get back to my planet, which is clearly going to take a few minutes. Get charged back up with my mecha's energy, and we'll be ready to... I'm going to prep all the resources I need, like get a bunch of power plants, get a bunch of resources so I can have everything I need to set up a remote colony. Cool? So back in a minute. All right, everyone. So I think I've got what I need to manage this new remote place that we want to go to. So step 1 is let's set up our remote location. So where were we going again? It wasn't Oshir. It was not Vendematrix. Where is my little friendly planet that I wanted to go visit? It's hard to find. Gotta look around. There it is. Minaluava. Remember, your planet's going around a sun, so it's going to be in different places here. All right, let's launch. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Woot. So remember, you're a little bit slow as you pass by a star and as you approach another star, but, you know, it speeds up quite a bit once we get out into interstellar space. I assume there's some, you know, near a gravitational field, you slow down kind of mechanics, but the gist is probably just from a gameplay perspective, it's nice to make it easier. And you can totally, like, navigate around, as you can see. So try and keep yourself aligned to the star. Definitely running into some power problems already. Not a huge deal. It was the moon, right? Was it the moon that had the two resources we wanted? Or was it planet 1? That's fire, ice, and fractal? No, it was planet 1. Yes. Organic crystal and spiniform stalagmite. Alright, let's head for planet 1. Now, like I said, one of the best resources that's available, only 1 AU distance, we can fly that, is going to be on planets around only black holes and neutron stars. And that's going to be that diamagnetic stuff. It's the best. You want that. You want that. So once we get to that point, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to research Universe Exploration 4. That's apparently doable, so not a problem. It's 2,000 of each research except yellow, which is funny, but not that big a difference. I mean, it's 10 stacks, though. I mean, that's a lot of research. But this will let me see the resources on every star everywhere in the entire cluster that we're on. All right, Minalava 1. Let's see what this planet looks like. Hello. Oh, man, this place is cool. Look at this place. It's got, like, some cool fungi-type stuff going on. A bunch of different neat trees. All right. Let's look at the planetary view. What we're going to want to find are the organic crystals and the spiniform stalagmites. Now, there's kimberlite veins, but we're not worried about them. There's organic crystals, and it's one giant node of them, as we can see. And spiniform stalagmites right about here. So let's set up our base of operation at the intersection point, so this copper vein is a good waypoint. So there's your organic crystals. This looks like a nice place-ish to call home. Because your spiniform stalagmites are here. Your organic crystals are here. So I'm going to call this our central base of operations. So first things first, I'm going to plop down a big interstellar logistics station. Boom. And you're going to stock organic crystals for local supply and remote supply. And you're also going to stock spiniform stalagmite crystals for local supply and remote supply. That's all I'm going to do here. I'm going to bring your max charging power down to 30 because I don't think he needs to charge anything. Then we want to get some power set up. So what we're going to want to do... Did I bring... I did. Cool. What we're going to want to do is find a nearby coal vein. This should do. And we're going to set up... Which way is north? So that's northish. So we're going to want to be this way for left to right. Let's get some coal vein going on now. That should be cool. So you're going to export there. Now, if we wanted to, what we could have done would be to bring batteries here, but we're not doing that this time. Though future expansions, we might wind up doing that on future planets. That should be cool. Boom and boom. And then you guys get power. And I'm going to throw down a few windmills. You know, I don't like your positioning. Let's put you here so that I can line you up properly. Just to get the ball rolling. How do windmills look on this power planet? Wind energy ratio is 100%. So not great, not terrible. Pretty dead on even. Alright, cool. And then super quick, what we're going to want to do... You guys will be configured for graphite. And because we don't need this to be crazy, and we're also being power conscious, we're not going to use anything too crazy in terms of high-poweredness. Let's clear you. Cool beans. So tier 1 sorters are a good way to go here. Make sure to copy again. Big important step. Alright, and then power, we're gonna do these dudes. And we'll do rapid insert into these guys. Cool. How's that look? Beautiful. And let's make sure that they're connected so that, you know, all the power that's being produced here is sufficient. Cool. All right, nice little power setup. Now let's run. Here-ish. And at this stage of the game, it's not important to be perfect. But it sure doesn't hurt. I think I want the power connector there. Alright, cool. So now you're charging up power. Obviously, this thing's pretty high capped out in terms of power usage versus, you know, consumption. But no big deal there. And now let's get our crystals flowing in this direction. So all I'm going to do... Need foundational support. That should be cool. Let's try out this, like, you know, thing here. Does that sound cool? Because we're definitely at, like, a weird angle with how I place this. Are we really close to a pole? We super are close to a pole, that's why. Okay. Man, we are super close to a pole. That'll do. Alright, get to mining. Huzzah! Organic crystals! How cool is that? Huh? That looks pretty good. And then once you guys finish building... Perfect. Now, same deal for the spiniform stalagmite bees. Where are they? Over here. So same kind of setup. I might need one or two more of these guys, but not a big deal. Okay. So where are we headed? That way? Let's do the diagonal move. Out of building range. Really? Okay, cool. And then we connect these guys up like so. That should be cool. And that, my friends, is a remote outpost mining not 1, but 2 super rare resources, which I'm very thrilled with. Let's get the last 3 over there built. I look forward to maxing out my drones. Alright, drones go build. Sweet. And here comes Spiniform Stalactoid. Finish up the building of the belts, please, folks. And that looks good to me. So now this is available for remote supply, which means these logistics vessels can come get them. Sweet. I think we're done on this planet. How's my power doing? Just fine. We are just fine on power. Even though we're still charging this, we're still producing more than enough power. So I think we're cool here for the time being. Cool. Lots and lots of both crystal types. Let's fly home. I'm going to jump into warp out here. So where's A-Crab? There he is. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Ready for warp in 3, 2, 1. I'll meet you back on our main planet. If you're not watching while you're warping, you can totally warp past your planet. And then run out of power, and then need to wait for your mecha suit to recharge. Yeah. Whoops. You can totally slow boat it here, by the way, which is probably what I'm going to do, because it's going to take a while for my mecha to recharge, but yeah, we'll be fine. I don't have any better fuel yet, right? Nah, just deuterium, which is pretty good. Alright, we'll just be patient. Alright, we're almost home. Almost home. Boy, is my power low. Whew. Good to be back, though. Hello, home. Where do we want to set up to bring this stuff in at? That's a good question. I don't think it super matters. I'll just kind of pick a spot-ish nearby. Maybe without too many resource veins nearby it. You know, over here seems fine. It's not too important. So what I'm going to do is very simple. Hey, Universe Exploration Level 4. Look at that. We can see all the vein reserves of the entire star system now. Let's bring in a Interstellar warp doohickey. Right? What I need, by the way, is a little bit more of this stuff? No. I am lost. Where am I? This stuff? No, this stuff. Yes. Wow, we're low on that? What's going on here? How are you not producing this? Are you out of something? You're out of sulfuric acid? Oh, that's a bad time. Yeah, I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it? Totally need to get sulfuric acid off one of those remote planets, don't we? Yep. Yep. Does anybody have any of that I can just steal? I feel like there's got to be some somewhere, right? Yes. Good. Cool. And I guess while I'm at it, I should also grab some green engines if we have any. We super don't have any. Yeah. See, we've hit the point where we're like using so many resources now that we are rapidly falling behind in production. So the next few episodes, 100% going to be ramping up production, but having access to rare resources makes ramping up production easier. So I've kind of been putting off the let's make lots more of things until I got my rare resources sorted. But anyway, what we can do now is I'm going to configure this dude. First off, let's get him some power. Okay. Charge it up nice and fast, by the way. Like, go crazy. And you want to bring in Spiniform Stalagmite. So locally, you're going to supply it. Remotely, you're going to demand it, but not yet. And then you're also going to do organic crystals. Same thing, remote will be demand. But the other thing I want to do here, and this is very important, is we want to locally demand space warpers. which are where? There. I only want like 100, so remote will be to just store it. Local will be demand. They're going to bring in space warpers. What we're going to do is we're going to say transport range of vessels is infinite, but if you want to go any more than 12 AU, which is very short distance, by the way, you have to use space warpers. And by checking this warpers required, it forces the use of space warpers, which means if we don't have any space warpers, they won't leave to get it. If you don't configure it this way and you don't give these space warpers, your logistics vessels will slow boat it from here to that remote star system. It will take very long time. Don't do. Okay? Minimum load of vessels will be 100%, so you have to, fully load up your vessels. I'm going to drop your vessels in here right now, and we're going to see what happens. So see how all of our warpers are coming in? So that's cool. We're going to set you up with some vessels, so you guys are now loaded up and locked and loaded for bear. And what we're going to do is remote demand. And I think he needs a healthy amount of power in order to send the vessels. So we might need to wait for this thing's power to fill up a little bit more. Maybe that's why you're not leaving yet. So remote is demand. They should be ready to go. Local supply. So all our space warpers are here, so that's good. Transport range of vessels is infinite. Distance to enable warp is 12 AU. Warp is required. Orbital collector is ticked. That's fine. They should be ready to go. Why you no leaving? Is it power? Is that the problem? Did I mess up the remote setting on... I think I made them both local, right? Local supply, remote supply? On that other planet? Wait, I think I know what's wrong. Hold your horses. I know what's wrong. Logistics carrier engine unlocks logistics vessel warp. I'm going to get this going real quick. We'll come back when it's done, and then it should be allowed to warp. I forgot about that. Alright, just queuing in to say logistics vessel transport speed 3 should be finishing now. Huzzah! And now on to 4. Alrighty then. So now, when I see this research complete, our vessels should leave. Boom. Here they go. Nice. So notice it's a big chunk of energy to make that happen, right? But space warpers, the consumables are there. You'll also notice it's taking 2 space warpers per dispatch. And that's really good news.
Unlock the logistics carrier engine level 4. It allows the logistics vessel to warp, but they will consume 2 space warpers back and forth to transport cargo. So needs to make sure there are enough space warpers in the Interstellar logistics station at any time.
So big key here. It uses 2 space warpers. 1 to leave and 1 to come back. So you don't need to produce space warpers at your remote station. You don't have to worry about having them over there. You just need to make sure you have enough before the ship leaves so that he can fly over there and fly back. What's nice, that I personally liked the first time I saw this, is when you're looking at the star map, you can also see the vessels, landing. So look, here they are coming out of warp. See them? They come out of warp, they drop out of warp, and they hit that like slower movement speed. And now they're landing on Minerva. Look at that. You can watch it remotely. We're back here on A-Crab. We're watching Minilava happen, right? And now they're taking off. They're even colored a little bit based on what resource they've got. They're going to go back into orbit. They're going to start flying normal speed and then engage warp when it gets far enough away from the planet to activate. How cool is that? How great and how cool does that look? Such a space nerd. I'm a space nerd and I'm a logistics nerd. So guess what? I like this game. So now we've got our rare resources coming here. We can set this guy up to have some logistics drones in him, and he will locally supply these rare resources to the planet for us, right? And that's cool beans. So here comes our logistics vessels, and if we were flying up in space, we would see them coming down as well, but it's just as cool to watch them show up here. They're gonna slow down once they get close enough. Boom, boom, boom. And then if we look at our planetary view, we should see them showing up shortly. Here they come. Look. Here they come. Spiniform stalagmite and organic crystals. Coming on in. Cool? How great is that? And then the ships stole some more warpers, a bunch of energy, and they're off to collect more. Go on, guys. Have fun. All right, that's wrapping up point for the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll put this cool stuff to use. I'll probably also snag some sulfuric acid from that solar system as well, because we need to get this batch of fun stuff back up and running, right? Like, our oil reserves are not great, and we're going to have to solve our lack of titanium crystal-y things that we're making. We're flying in the wrong direction, aren't we? Yes. It's a big sphere. It's easy to get lost on. Don't yell at me. But what I would say is let's route to the left should be the priority. Because I want you to prioritize right now making this. Making titanium alloys. So focus on that for me, okay, guys? All the very small amount of refined oil, we now are only producing... Come on. 65 per minute. Ooh, that oil node is really slowing down. We're gonna have to remedy that at some point. But anyway, wrapping up point. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time to have more fun with Dyson spheres. Alright guys, take it easy.